Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's chat him up.
Oh, here we go. Hey.
Hello.
Yo.
What up?
What's up?
How is it going?
We're just bullshitting currently because two of our players kind of found better things to do, I guess.
Oh, love when that
And
happens.
so it sounds as though you may be playing our eccentric goblin character Droop.
If you want.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that sounds.
I'm
Is
about
that
it.
like another player's character, or is this like an NPC?
NPC.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We've been carrying him around, but like he's a pretty blank slate, except for the fact that he was like treating like shit for a long time. Like, think the male guy at a lawyer's firm essentially. So now he's just happy that he's not being kicked every day.
Better, you should do the voice for Droop so he knows how he needs to sound.
Oh yes. I
expect you to
sound like this when you talk. This is your new voice.
I think I can do that.
Hey!
Oh my god, that was pretty good.
Not the first goblin I've played.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
But yeah, he's a typical barbarian, rage, reckless, same old, if you're familiar with that.
Can you do a good hey honey sugar bear impression?
Honey baby sugar bear.
Oh, what now? Is that Droop's catchphrase?
No. I believe I said that once.
It was a bugbear, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was attacking a bugbear, and I was just like, say something. It was one of those moments my brain shouted at me, and I was like, alright, I got this. I'm gonna kill you, you honey baby sugar bear bitch. Like...
Oh, Matt, do you have the full character sheet for Droop?
Oh, yeah, it just says Droop full character sheet under player characters. It should be visible to all, is it not?
Oh, in the... Sorry.
In Roll20, yeah.
Not
Did
even
he send you
Roll20
the full
yet.
thing?
No, you're good. I'll be able to use it through that.
Whipping boy. I just saw his character sheet right now too.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
you're
lot.
like...
That's a lot.
We
Ton
need
of
you to be
HP, man.
upfront.
Yeah.
Alright.
Where am I finding the link to Roll20 room?
I thought I sent it to you in a DM, but let me put it into here.
Oh, let me double check. Oh, yeah, you did. Okay, my bad.
All good. It's a weird feeling when, like, you've been subscribed to something for a while and you finally use the software and you're just like, oh, wow, I'm really shit at this.
There's like
Yeah.
a big learning curve for Roll20.
There is. There really is. But once you know how to use it, it's just like whoa, this is great.
Oh my god, no joke. I spent so much time making, like, token actions for all the tokens in this game. And then I started doing it for another game when I realized the character vault existed, and that just saved my life.
Oh my god.
Like, I would have had to do it like 3 times every time I create up a new character. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, as soon as I hit level 5, I think I'm going to create my horse mount and complete with the art that I want. I'll export it so you can just give me permission to it.
I feel ya.
No, I should be muted on Roll20. Okay, I think I am. Cool.
Okay. And alright, cool, you're here. Awesome. This is actually good timing because we were just about to do the plot hook, essentially. or a reminder of the plot hook is the better way to put it. So, you are right now here in Phandalin. Droop, you may recall that you helped out the adventurers in this very hut to save them from bugbears and other such creatures. At least, I think you guys...
Oh yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, you guys fucked this place up. And, so now you guys are basically heroes. Droop, you embarrassed yourself by getting very drunk during a festival celebrating said actions, and were tied to a post and thrown rotten fruits and vegetables at for a little while before the townsfolk let you go. They just didn't want to kill you, they just wanted to embarrass you for you stealing all the booze. You guys did a couple of side quests. You got an interesting item from a cliff that sent you back in time in a vision. And then you finally destroyed Cragmaw Castle while keeping all of your explosives that I gave you. And now, you are sitting in a tavern, the Stonehill Inn, a very friendly location where there are some very friendly staff, as you can see that there is a very voluptuous woman currently sitting on Sebastian's lap. For reasons that everyone should know about, except for the new guy who doesn't, which is that Sebastian got lucky with her, and now she's basically trying to claim her territory. And,
You know, she liked what she got. You know, I can't blame her.
That whole scenario played out much cleaner and much more fun than I was expecting it to, so I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
On top of that, Gundren Rockseeker and Sildar Hallwinter have just come inside. Thank you for my food. Gundren Rockseeker and Sildar Hallwinter have just appeared at the tavern. Seeing you guys, having a couple of drinks and an early meal, they come over and sit down, and more food is brought over. Alright guys, I know we talked about this a bit yesterday, but this is the oldest, most richest mine in the area. If we can punch our way through this opening, there's a magical forge in there that can make magical items forever. It's limitless in terms of power, and it could be all ours. And if you help me take this place down and clear it out, you are going to get a solid 5% of whatever comes out of this mine.
5%.
A magic mine, huh?
5% each, or just 5%?
Gentlemen,
For all
5%
of us.
of a $10 billion mine is a lot of money. 10
Lock
billion
that
gold.
back.
So this is the rich beyond our wildest dreams. That wait, I gotta get into character. Oh, so this is the riches beyond wildest dreams that you told us about, huh?
Indeed.
Alright.
I see.
So,
Well, boys. Should we think about it, or what should we do?
I mean, 5% of 10 billion. That's a lot.
I mean, yeah, it's not much room to complain.
You know, I think we should do it.
Ah, very well.
I'm in.
What about you, Droop?
I mean, you guys just kind of drag me around anyways. I'm in it to win it, brother.
He gets it.
Alright, well, I'm done eating. Might as well get over there while we can.
but there's still a ton of food on your plate. What are you doing?
Eating.
Oh,
Is that Delilah? Is that your lady voice?
Yes, that's my lady
Oh.
voice. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Okay, great. Sildar and Gundren explain as you guys start to travel towards the east side of town along not exactly the tops of cliffs, but definitely some rocky terrain, that they're going to watch the entrance for you so nothing can sneak up on you or any other of the Black Spider's crew. And you guys are going to go on in there, empty it out, and save Gundren's brothers, hopefully, because they were last seen here a week ago now. And Gundren's been being tortured the entire time, so God knows what happened to his brothers.
I say we leave our dynamite with them too as a tool for them. I'm not trusting taking it into the cave.
Alright.
yeah.
Probably a smart move. Two things before we go. While you're walking on this road, who is first, and where did the potions go? Because I gave you 2.
Let's keep them with Maybe Greg or Droop, probably. And I guess I can go first.
I mean, it sounds like you guys just throw me in harm's way a lot, so I'll take one of them.
Yeah, honestly, that's not true. We admit
That's throwing you. It's more like you going, ah, and just going.
Like the
Peer pressure is a real thing, guys, okay?
yeah, he's got a point, you know.
Guy's got a real mentality.
Well, it's whatever. You know, we're only a party of 4, so.
All right. So, as you're walking along the rocky ledge, you come to a bit of a corner, and as you sidle your way along the side of it, you look forward and you see that there are 3 goblins camped out in front of a rocky ridge. They seem to be talking with each other and keeping their eyes flashing left and right as if they're looking or waiting for something. What would you like to do?
Hey, Drew.
Droop. Do you know anything about? Do you know anything about this?
Could you repeat what you said they were?
They're just 3 goblins hanging out around a small campfire, keeping a close watchful eye to their surroundings.
Do I recognize them at all, or like do they have any like sigils or banners with them?
So, I should explain that. Any creature you see here has either treated you like shit or been just barely your equal, so it wasn't worth like treating you like shit because maybe you grow above them someday. But yes, anything that is a goblin or a bugbear, you know. Anything that's undead, you've got no idea what it is.
Okay. Do I recognize these particular 3 goblins? Like, do I know them personally, I guess?
Okay,
Are they pricks?
here, let me put it this way, okay? No spoilers, the actions you take right now may become canonical at some point, but feel free to go, like, improv with it. I really don't care the direction you take it in, to be honest.
Sweet.
Well, I think what he's asking is, were these goblins nice or not, and if we should
Like
perhaps
his
try
relatives
to
or friends, yeah.
recruit them
Casual work acquaintances.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's Dribble, Drool, and Fuzzbutt. They're just a couple of schmucks. They shouldn't give us too much trouble.
Alright, you wanna call them over here?
Hey guys, get your asses over here.
Oh my god, is that true? He was recorded as being dead.
Wait, what?
We thought he was
We
dead with all
kinda
those other red
commandeered you.
brands. What happened to you, buddy? And they're gonna start walking over because they're curious.
As soon as they get close enough, I'll like snatch them and hold them up in the air with my sword to their throats. And I'll say, scream, and I will cut your head off.
Oh, are we hiding or?
Yeah. Well, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to hide and have
Oh.
Droop call him over.
Mm-hmm. Which is fine. I understood the aspect of the ambush. I just want you to roll a quick athletics check.
Should we all do that as well?
No. Just the man holding a goblin hostage.
Oh,
who
okay.
has a sword,
Uh,
presumably.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess when he does this, I jump and try to grapple one of the other ones.
Strength check, then.
Yeah.
19.
ooh, hello.
Are you kidding me,
shit.
dude? Oh my god.
Well,
Wow.
let's see. Maybe a goblin's strength modifier is a -1. It is. Oh my god, you tied. Which means you succeed in my brain. But yeah. Do you know how to do a strength check? How much have you played roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to double check Droop's strength modifier right now.
I guess while they're doing that, I'll look over to the third one and kind of get ready to, like, if he moves, blast them.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go onto Droop's character sheet, on the left there, you'll have his stats.
Oh shit!
If
I got
you hover over
+4.
strength.
Droop is shredded.
Yeah,
Right?
man, he's a
Yeah.
beefcake.
He rolled pretty well.
In this character sheet, if you were to like hover over strength and just press strength, it'll roll a strength check for you.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we're keeping the 19.
All right, and all right. The two of you expertly pull off a very good hostage situation. Sebastian easily reaches around and pulls up the tiny creature. It does try to stab him a couple of times, but your armor's a little too thick for that. Meanwhile, Droop was very easily able to jump on the other goblin. Becoming a berserker has made you buff as fuck, bro. You just
Absolutely cut.
you grapple the shit out of him, no problems.
Holy shit! Look at Droop.
That third one, he's not moving.
Okay. I'll look at him and say, I do not wish to hurt you. We are going to get into that mine, though. And I need to know all you know about it. And if you'd like, perhaps you could join us.
Hey, you guys look like you're being real friendly towards goblins. Let's keep that friendliness going, shall we?
I agree. So, tell me what's going on. What are you on the lookout for?
Well, adventures, of course. Looks like we didn't do such a great job. Sure, that'll be fine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's true.
Oh, wait.
Okay. Who do you work for?
Yeah, the Black Spider, of course. Well, I mean, King Krogdor, but, you know, boss's boss and all that.
Well, we took out King Krogdor.
Does this little trinket look familiar to you?
Oh my god, is that his shrunken crown? How the hell did you get your hands on that?
We killed him.
I slayed Krogdor where he stood.
You guys?
Yes.
You seem to be kind of short on group members.
Well, it's quality, not quantity.
Yeah, bro, check out these abs.
I look at Droop's abs.
Just
See that?
absolute
See that?
washboard.
There we go.
You know, his name may be Droop E Tits. But it's on Droop
He's
E
been
Bottom.
working out. You can tell.
That is quite cut, I must say. Alright, if you let us go, I'll tell you everything that came into this mine today.
Tell me.
Well, there were a lot of really panicked people running this way, I'll tell you that much. They were talking about some castle, like a wall caved in, some sort of angel busting through ceilings. That was crazy talk, I'll tell you.
I'll smirk to the others. Sounds like quite a tale.
Yeah, well, they did a little bit to bolster some of the forces, but they've been going at it against the undead over and over again, but they just cannot take down the monsters down there. Apparently it's just filled with zombies and ghouls and some sort of floating creature that just casts all types of magic.
Huh. Alright. And where's this black spider right now?
Oh, he's down there. At least I think so. That's what everyone keeps telling me.
Okay. Alright. Well. The offer still stands. You're welcome to join us. And perhaps there might be something in it for you.
Yeah, well, you may have treated this guy a little bit on the nice side, but running with humans could be a rough label to put onto a goblin such as us. I think we'll just make our way down the road.
Suit yourself.
And if you try to come behind us and ambush us, you better know what's waiting for you. And I flash in my abs again. I'm gonna roll an intimidation.
Do it.
Troops just start flexing.
Yeah. Do I have anything to intimidation? No, just +1. Okay.
You just click on it, man.
I know. I'm working on my iPad right now. I'm playing on my iPad right now.
Oh,
And
Oh,
it's
does it
like-
work on that?
Yeah, I have it just in the browser. The app. Oh no, that's not. The app itself, for some reason, doesn't work that well on the iPad, so I'm playing on the browser, and it's just like weird to scroll back up and down to the character sheet and everything.
Cool. But it works even.
Yeah, right. Not like their app's all that great. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is
So-
easy then. Okay, I'll just do that from now on.
That was a nice try, folks, but despite all your tough flexing left and right, the guy just takes a long look at you, a little glance at your abs, and he just goes, "Sorry, bro, I don't swing that way." And he turns around and starts walking off.
Oh, I thought he was gonna go the
me
other way.
neither.
I thought he was gonna get like super horny or something instead of
Oh
intimidated.
shit!
I
Damn
try
it,
to-
not again.
I try to steer it the other direction. Okay, so the goblins that you're holding or grappling with right now completely relax. They don't necessarily let go of their weapons, but they do not draw them either. They want to keep them with them if possible. And I'm assuming you're just going to let them go, or do you guys want to pull any other shit with these guys?
Yeah.
I'm pretty with letting
They're
him go.
not worth their bother.
If they keep their word, they can go.
Oh, yeah, no. We're not coming back to fight whatever that is. It just points at your abs once more. And the goblins quickly scurry off in the other direction, right down the mountain. You can see a few of them falling head over heel as they have no idea how fast they're moving and how steep the hill is. Aside from that, in front of you stands their old fire pits, a beautiful scenic view on the left-hand side, and a large clumping of rocks making a small enclave at the bottom. If you look very
Cozy.
closely, you can see a small pit have its beginnings.
Is it just like a pit, or is it like a hole, or
Yeah, as you get closer, you could roll a perception check, but here's the base description, which is that you can tell a number of rocks have been stacked purposefully to try and hide how big this pit is. However, it's easily the size of about a bugbear and a half, all the way down in terms of circumference. And there's a single rope that just goes from the top to the bottom. It's a little bit too deep for you to see any light at the base of it, but you can hear an occasional booming noise coming up from it. Like the wind just barely at the edge of your hearing, but you can just hear it ever so often.
What's that noise?
It was what? I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit on my end.
Sorry about that. Essentially, you're hearing this very faint booming noise coming from the cave, but you
Booming?
see no light.
Okay. Who's got the best perception? Should we see if we can ascertain what it is?
Pretty decent
Probably Gregor.
perception. Yeah. Oh, let me peer into. It's coming from the cave, you said, right?
The pit.
Anyways. Oh, the pit. Okay.
Okay. While the boom doesn't register as anything to you, it sounds a lot more natural than anything from a weapon or chipping of some kind. You can also tell that the walls are well dug out and pretty sturdy. Turns out Gundry and his brothers actually did a pretty good job here. Although it has been hastily widened at certain points, clearly they tried to bring either some objects or bigger creatures down here.
And how far down or deep does it go?
It's hard to tell. It gets pitch black the farther you look into it, but the light seems to go down at least 60 feet.
Mm. Let's see. You don't see any other obvious, like, entrances to any caves or anything like that?
Gun's just gonna pop up right here. If there was a way you could walk in, trust me, I would have dug my way there first.
So
First time
how did... Oh, go ahead.
First time we finally punched through the crust of the ceiling, God, I tumbled 2 stories down all the way to the floor, only to discover the hallway we were in. That's how we even found this place all a week ago.
It sounds dangerous.
Yeah, my one-handed ass isn't gonna make it down that rope without a fall. But you guys look pretty tough. I figure you can handle it.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've got rope, but we didn't get like pittons or anything, did we?
We got pickaxe.
What was that item you mentioned?
Like pittons to like hammer into the wall and tie the rope to, or anything
Would that
like
be something that would be in my explorer's pack?
Oh, the rope is already lashed to the wall. That's not something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, this rope has been used. Like, you can tell that there's even like a second rope that's been wrapped around it in order to like steady and strengthen it a little bit.
Oh, okay. Shoot.
Well, I can go down first, and that way, if there are more goblins down there, I can be like, "Oh, what's up, guys?" Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go ahead and tie
Wait.
one of those lamps to my. Or do we want to?
Well, you can't see in the dark, can you?
Yeah, I can't. So.
I can.
Same.
I can as well, right? As a goblin,
Yeah.
I don't see dark vision on my sheet, but I'm pretty sure they get them.
I mean, I can cast light and toss it to Gregor.
Okay.
I got a
I
pebble.
still have my shield or something, I guess.
And
Oh, yeah, I can do it on
goblins
your
have
shield.
dark vision.
Okay.
Now, how far behind do we want to be on Droop, just in case shit hits the fan?
Not far behind.
So can we do like a sandlot thing where you guys are lowering me down, and if I need to get out of there,
Yeah,
you can...
we'll yank you out.
Yank.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. So it's a thing like a mine shaft, right?
Yes, it's a well dug and like reinforced mine shaft going straight down.
And we can't really see down it.
Not really.
Could I, before I cast light on Gregor's shield, I will cast on like a rock, and I'll toss it down and see how far down it goes.
Okay, that's a good idea. Timing the falling distance and keeping a close eye on it, you're able to estimate that by the time the rock splashes into some water down at the base of it, it probably traveled about 75 to 80 feet.
Damn.
Well,
So it's splashed, so there's water down there. Do we hear anything coming from down there that might have like, what the fuck? What was that?
Aside from a bit of splish splash, aside from the booming noise that happens once every minute or so, no real noise.
All right. I think it's safe to say if we all went down right now, it'd be okay.
All right, let's get after it then.
All right, let's.
Let's do it.
Everyone do a strength check and then go down that rope ladder.
Oh boy. Good luck, Soren.
fuck.
No.
Right. All right.
Oh god.
Uh,
Well, with our high enough strength and like Juke and I just carry the other two down.
um.
yeah, averages out.
Yeah, I know, right? It should average out, but it's not how math works. So let's see here.
This is
Alright.
nice. I just unmuted the bot.
Yeah, this isn't the right music for.
Gonna have some dank underground layer music going on.
Oh, they're having a party down there.
Oh my god, I saw horror ambience music. I'm picturing like the scary music that plays where they're screaming and woos. Alright. Droop going down first, everyone starts to climb down the shaft. Now, this is a very far shaft, and if you've never been on a rope ladder before, you know that climbing down is not an easy task by any means. If anything, it can feel almost harder than going up at times. That being said, Droop and Sebastian, they got this, man. They're climbing that like it's nobody's big deal. Droop even lands at the bottom, goes about ankle deep into some water, and kind of just yells on up. things are looking fine, folks. And as that happens, everybody looks down, and that's the moment that Gregor and Soren's arms give out, essentially. Gregor, having just popped out of the cave's top entrance, essentially, only falls a short distance, kind of bash up one of his toes. He can walk fine, but his toe hurts like a bitch, and he takes 2 damage. Meanwhile, Soren was above Sebastian, and while Sebastian did half catch him as he passed right on by him, he still slanted comically face first onto the ground, taking 6 damage.
While I'm falling, you just hear me like, fuck!
Are you alright?
Damn it.
We're gonna have to
Here.
have you lift up some hay bales or something when we get back to Fenway. Toughen you guys up.
I haven't had to do that shit in years!
Well,
That
look
rope's
where that's got you.
Okay,
trickier than it looks.
now that you're actually in the cave, let's get you in the cave. Alright, for those of you who are using tablets, no names shall be said. You're going to want to scroll down to the bottom left of the black screen that you're currently seeing.
Ah.
Let me just throw you all in.
Oh, there's a big
I'm-
fucking map.
I'm an idiot because I went to the bottom right.
I'll tell you this right now. There was a solid period of time as a child where I'd like be in a hallway in class, and then I'd hold up both my fingers and like thumb and be like, "Okay, this one's the left, so this is left," and then I'd turn.
Sometimes do that, like L for left. Yep.
This is definitely left. Into the swamp I go. Alright. We're all set now.
Alright, after you, gentlemen.
For those of you who don't have dark vision, luckily the light spells that are on all of you are illuminating the area quite nicely. And turns out what Gundren said wasn't really far off from how this place looks. For the most part, this is a very elegant looking cave tunnel. The floors themselves are made out of a very smoothed out marble that looks expensive and fancy. The walls themselves, while occasionally showing off the actual rust and decay of an actual wall of a cave, for the most part have old intricate drawings and etchings into them from years past. It seems that erosion hasn't done a whole lot to this area of the cave. There's not too much water that passes through. There are only occasional puddles of water here and there that drip slowly from the ceiling. A couple of stalagmites have formed over time, FYI, so watch out for those. But overall, the ceiling is about 10 feet tall and noise seems to echo a bit, so be careful with the shouting, boys. Beyond that, in one direction is a clear cave-in. Something that must have happened years ago, as there's so much dust settled on the area, it might as well have been an original feature. However, in the other direction, you're able to see that the area opens up a little bit more into a natural, or more like unnatural, cave sinking, essentially. Most of this area is about 5 feet lower than the spot you were at before. In the top right corner of the space, an entire floor section has caved in, causing the walls on the north and east side to crumble and cover themselves. While the ruins and remains that fell don't seem too hard to move around, you'll have to decide whether you're going north or east, or risk losing a lot of time in the day.
So, okay, we have to choose between north or east, and it's an important choice. Can we do a Gandalf thing where he sort of smells each side, and one side smells worse than the other?
Okay,
Okay.
I'd like to be reminded of when that happened in which movie.
Mine's in Moria.
Fellowship of the Ring, when he comes to like a fork in the road in the mines of Moria,
Mm.
and he doesn't remember the place, and then he talks to Frodo about some really deep things, and then he remembers, oh, it's that way, And he's like, the air smells less foul down here.
Mm. Gotcha.
Watch the movies again.
Yeah, I had never
For
even
Christ's
seen
sake.
it, so.
All right. Who would like to do the smelling perception check against the two walls?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, it
See
was
if I
just
could-
a fucking suggestion. You know,
For a
I
smell.
wasn't being like serious about it.
Oh,
And now we're seriously doing it. Someone roll that damn smell check.
okay. Alright. Perception.
He smells something foul, but it's just Drew because he farted or something.
No, with a roll like that, you actually did pretty darn good, I'd say. It's also worth noting that, aside from a couple of interesting smells and noises that you're hearing, every minute and a half or so, an enormous echoing, booming noise echoes throughout the entire cave. This must be where the term Wave Echo Cave comes from, of its nameage.
The booming's coming from this direction.
No, it feels like it's surrounding
Oh.
you. It's so loud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it feels like it's surrounding you. It's hard to tell where it's coming from.
Hmm.
However, between the booming noise, you're catching a couple of different sounds. To your east, a faint buzzing sound, as well as the clicking and clacking of two objects against each other. Not metallic, not wood, but something else. To the north, you hear almost a dead silence, except an occasional bubbling noise.
Oh. I'll relay that. And which way do you want to go, towards the quiet or towards...
Well, we're here to pick our way into the mine.
Am I supposed to be able to move Droop's character icon?
Can you not?
Do I have?
I just
I
moved it.
cannot.
Oh, you might have to
Give me a second.
edit the it says controlled by.
So are you clicking and holding it?
Or
When I do that, like
You just
3
pick.
circles come out. Oh,
did you just do that?
I think I did.
I didn't.
Oh, yep. Okay, I got it. Cool.
All right, sweet. Like, I'm forgetting. Were we supposed to clear out the mine and then get to it, or are we supposed to like sneak in unnoticed?
If you can take out the spider, then the undead can be taken out over time. But if the spider gains control of the magical forge, you're really fucked.
Hmm.
So we probably need to go towards where the noise is.
Alright, that sounds like a decision. Any objections?
Alright, towards the forge, hopefully. We go.
Time to nut up or shut up, boys.
Alright. It's not so much a strength check as it is a group effort to pass rocks from the first to the second to the third to the fourth person and then onto the ground. After about 20-30 minutes of work, you're able to clear enough space for you to easily duck your way underneath and into the next area. However, before you duck your way through, you do take a quick look over in that direction. And because you were so careful and took your time with that sort of action, you notice something's not really all that great about the next spot, and that's because I can't click on anything, because screw you.
There's some sort of tiny little things in there.
It turns out that buzzing noise that you were hearing was the dastardly, really shitty Sturge. A good swarm of them.
Like, are they supposed to be that small?
Yes.
They're tiny.
I know.
Christ, he's tiny.
It's tiny.
Yeah, just a bunch of little... They're like gnats just flying around, causing trouble. They haven't noticed you yet. They're just enjoying being alive for the time being.
Hey, Soren, you want to maybe take care of those things?
Yeah, yeah. I was
A
just
little
looking at
EB.
chatter.
I mean, hold on to the spell slots, but like, use an Eldritch Blast. Be like, ping, 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 ping. You know?
Sure.
What's this ping, 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 ping? Is Eldritch Blast gonna go through multiple of them all of a sudden?
Pinball.
Well, okay, hold on. They're little like fucking gnats.
Yes.
They're probably like clumped up then, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Roll. Do your regular attack roll, but you'll also have to roll dexterity to see how many you kill.
Okay, so I'll do the blast,
Nice.
Nice.
and then we'll do the dexterity.
Yep. So you're definitely hitting things. Dexterity lets me know how many you're hitting. Still fine.
Okay. You want
All right. In a tactical move, you decide that instead of aiming for the flying sturges, you should go for the ground around them so you can get some splash damage on these little bastards. Sure enough, your decision pays off. When the bolt flies through your hand, through the tiny opening, the entire cave lights up for a single moment and then pops with a huge puff of smoke and blood in the air. You've just taken out 5 of the sturges in a single blast. However, the rest of them now smell your blood and soul and want a good taste of it. Everyone roll initiative.
Well done.
Red initiative rolls, guys.
Yeah.
Real team effort, guys.
Oh, you'll have to add a turn for Droop, it seems. You have to click your token, and
I
like
did,
if you
it's
click
fine.
it, the little 3 bubbles will pop up, and then go to your character sheet and press initiative, and it will add to the turn order.
I have to click my marker first? Or my
Yes.
token?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
If
And it'll
you-
be
if you-
seemingly selected, and then
Yeah, because remember, with a tablet, he might not be able to do it.
oh, maybe.
Wow, look who can really roll initiative. The small, tiny creatures that suck out souls for a living.
I should probably add my temporary health since I killed shit.
That was-
Good idea.
Look at you with all that thinking.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably just add a turn for Droop so he doesn't hurt himself.
Yeah, no, I already did.
Yep.
I already gotcha.
Did my I did roll initiative from my character sheet. Did it pop up in chat? It said
It did. Yes.
Yep.
okay. Okay.
You got a 9.
Do I fill
Damn.
in the red circle for my initiative when that happens, or
Say that again?
Say it again.
do I? There's like a red circle, a green circle, and a blue circle. I'm guessing the green and blue are health and armor class.
Yeah, those aren't really anything. Well, I mean, they
Green is
don't
your
have
HP,
their
blue is your
information.
AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, I need
So what
some water if we're gonna do this, so keep asking
no.
questions.
Red is speed. Looks like, yeah.
Yeah. Speed, health, and your AC.
Oh, okay. My speed's empty then. Oh my god. Do not recommend
Frozen
doing
here.
this on an iPad.
I might have to switch over to my phone because Bender keeps cutting in and out for me.
Fucking Bender.
Like everyone else is
Oh.
perfect.
Bathroom break.
Okay, cool.
I'm back. Not that it's a big deal, but that rhythm token always having the green circle around it, like, always throws me off. Like, who's talking?
Rhythm is talking. What?
The rhythm.
God, it was self-aware.
Alright, guys, well, combat's about to start for at least some of these monsters, and then eventually you guys, I guess. We're gonna get started. Let me just double check their speed. Oh, that's walking 10, flying 40. That makes sense.
Put on some battle music for your asses.
Alright, this is going to be the only Sturge that can actually get into range of you, Soren, and they're going to take a little of your blood. Just a little quick sip of that blood.
Little bastard.
If there's a skeeter on your Peter, whack it off.
Quick question. Is it just me, or are tokens not snapping to where they usually snap?
Like, they're not snapping.
Yeah,
together.
no,
They
they're
don't
not.
have a grid on. So what I would do is in the top where you have the map settings,
Yep, I'm going.
there'll be like toggle grid on or something, or enable grid.
Did it. Thank you, though. I needed that.
So we're good now.
Alright.
Oh, nice.
We're so good, in fact, that Soren's getting his... Oh! Yeah, this little bastard, which, by the way, looks like the cross between a dead dog and a horrible, horrible blood-sucking mosquito, and just covered in red holes, essentially. It's just going to come flipping up to you the size of a baseball and start sucking at your body. It wants to drain as much blood as it possibly can, and it's going to deal 5 piercing damage to you. And he's now stuck to your arm and will attempt to keep drawing more blood out of your body. So watch out.
Alright.
Yeah, stuck on your little titties. Because you're a woman, remember?
I guess.
Come on, this art is a woman. Like,
No, it is not.
this is a woman.
Androgynous.
Androgynous. I'm sorry.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm being closed-minded. I can take that back.
Late game spoiler. Guys, check it out!
No, but yeah, when I saw that pic, I thought it was, I don't know, the shirt's kind of blousy. It looks like the, I guess the armlets or whatever makes it look like it's one of these, like, yeah, blouses that has the shoulders exposed or something. And so, and then,
Well,
yeah, his,
I've been lying to you the whole time.
yeah.
Listen, I'll say this, okay? Have you ever seen a movie called Rocky 3 with Apollo and Sylvester Stallone fucking running on the beach with little crop tops on? One of the most masculine scenes
yeah,
ever
the
committed in
80s,
film.
good times.
The most
So-
masculine scene.
Like, you tell that to them, okay?
Alright, alright. Droop, you are now up, my friend.
Alrighty. Oh my god.
You can just
Okay.
describe your movement if you're just gonna, like,
Yeah.
step on somebody, then come back.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna-
I can control him if he wants.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up to the closest little fucker and slash at him with my scimitar.
All right, and then yeah, just click the scimitar.
Yeah.
Oh, are you gonna rage? Can you
Nice.
rage yet?
I mean,
I can rage.
do you think you really
Well,
should against this?
Yeah, is that a waste for Sturgis?
It's a waste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say roll damage, but I know you kill it with that attack.
Roll it.
Roll it anyways.
Just click the scimitar on the chat.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Doesn't have multi-attack yet.
Not yet.
It's a cool 6 damage.
Yeah. We'll just ignore the
Okay.
rage for now. It's fine. Droop, with his 6-pack abs, is able to lift the scimitar high into the air and slice right next to Soren's arm, cutting the creature in half. Blood pumps out of its mouth 2 more times before it explodes all over everyone. Sturge is way dead.
I look at his blood as it falls through the air.
Nice. You now have
Nice.
AIDS.
I
You
now
got the
have.
West Nile.
I also have a feline AIDS.
At least it's not super AIDS.
Speaking of super AIDS, Soren's up. I mean, I didn't disclose any health issues.
I have anal fissures.
Jesus.
Soren, please take your very normal turn.
I'm gonna just
Wait.
blast the next closest one to us.
A solid strategy from a warlock. That's a
Right.
hit. Oh my god, I forgot how much damage you can do.
I'm a firing my laser.
Soren, who really only needs to just kind of make a clapping motion to really kill this creature, instead decides to put both hands forward and blast an enormous ray of energy into the Sturge, causing it to dissipate and disappear into nothingness. Exactly like Dragon Ball Z, and it's also dead.
Like we're wasting our good rolls right now.
I know.
How it works.
Sebastian, waste another good roll, please.
Oh, I won't. I will run into the fray and attack it. 14.
Yep.
411. Discard the 4.
Yep, no, I feel you. And also, another solid slash from a longsword cuts cleanly through the Sturge. Instead of it cutting it in half, however, you cut off its tiny little head. It still flies around for a solid minute, however, it doesn't attack or hurt anyone, so we're just going to ignore it for now. It's dead, but it's just flying around. Ignore it.
It's like a chicken at this point.
Mm-hmm. However, the one character who can't ignore it is the other Sturge, who apparently was best friends with that little guy, and you just murdered him, and what a dick move.
Aw.
So take this, Sebastian, a blood suck, which bounces harmlessly across your chest plate. You don't even notice the thing coming, to be honest. It kind of cries.
Only Delilah gets a suck.
Alright, Gregor, let's all forget
All
that
right.
joke. Come on.
Yeah. Alright, I better
The
use
back.
my guiding
Hold
bolt
on.
on
Out of
this,
all the fucking jokes we said in this goddamn game, that's where the line is. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I better use my guiding bolt on this. No, just kidding. Alright, I'll go. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and use my default cantrip on that one that just tried to suck with 2 C's.
Yeah, the word suck has been used way too many times in the last 10 minutes.
I learned it from watching you.
Want some sake?
Alright, oh, that's right. Dexterity save. Here we go. Oh, fuck. Damn. In such an enclosed space, the Sturge is able to notice the light appear right above its head from reflections, let alone looking directly at it, and it just immediately instinctually jumps out of the way. No damage.
It's a quick little bugger. Alright, that's my turn.
Alright, how many of these Sturges who are up next are already dead? One of the little guys can fit in this tiny little area. He can. It's canon. I'm doing it. And Sebastian, you're going to get a bite on you. And again, another failed roll. Your AC shows 19. It's not that, though, right?
Why the hell isn't it?
I take that back immediately. Enjoy taking no damage, sir.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's 19. 16 from chain, 18 from shield, and 19 for defense fighting style.
Okay.
It would be 21 if I can get to plate. But
Oh, you didn't mention that 20 times so far this session.
I mean, I just love me some plate. And allow me to stand in front of your little suck machines.
I'm just a suck machine.
What a great
Shit,
song that is
dog.
now over. Droop, you're up.
Alright. Is the last one the one that's attacking Sebastian right now?
There are two up
There-
against him.
Okay. And I have what's my movement? 30.
Yes.
Can I can reach the other one if I use my movement, right?
Yeah, you can walk through them even.
What's that?
You can walk through them.
Did you want to be where I put you on the map?
Are both the last ones just like doubled up on top of each other?
The one's right here, the other one's there.
I can't see
Okay,
a
yeah.
fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the farther one.
Kaine.
Is that better?
Lee.
Alright, let's see that. Attack!
Yeah.
Ugh. Using such a large weapon in such a tight spot is going to be hard. You try to make a solid swing, but you bounce against the wall of the cave, creating a loud echoing noise, but dealing no damage. Sorry, Droop.
Ah, shit, sucker.
I told you they're little tricky little buckers.
Cocksucker!
Alright, Soren.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker! Steve Carell.
Wanna suck on me?
Jesus Christ. Alright, boys, duck.
Alright.
I'm firing at this one.
Half cover, but sure.
Oh shoot.
What's that?
He's going to be in
He
half
has
cover.
a bonus AC.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because you're shooting through two friends, let alone one.
I yelled duck.
And the Sturge ducked as
Oh,
well.
crap. Okay, I was gonna say, just don't roll in that one.
You're trying to be
Roll on a
careful, which is a
2.
good choice to make because you almost blew Droop's head right off as the blast goes wide and over his shoulder, but the Sturge remains alive.
Sorry, Droop.
Sebastian, you are now up.
Okay. 14. For 5.
There you go. The Sturge, who so pathetically tried to attack you a moment ago, feels your steel up against its body as you cut off all its limbs in a single clean motion. It falls down to the ground, wiggling around before it dies.
Yeah. I will. I'm gonna just walk into here a little bit. That Sturge can try to suck me if it wants to.
Oh my
Come
god,
and
it
get me.
does.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
shit.
21!
How much?
5 piercing damage.
Holy
And
shit.
now it's. Okay.
As you stride with no abandonment whatsoever, the Sturge goes right underneath your armpit, and as you move your arm, you get yourself pierced by the Sturge.
Ow, my pit.
Yeah, it's a.
He's now attached to you, so that's why he's following you. Gregor, you're now up.
Okay.
Ow!
Yeah, I can reach him, right? 5, 10.
Oh yeah.
Like a tight fit right there, but yeah. And okay, I'll see if I hold still. This could go. Okay,
Go
good. I
off
was gonna
of
say, that
me!
could go really bad.
Sebastian, his arm held high as he's pointing directly at the Sturge. Gregor nods, pulling out his mace with an uppercut motion. Sebastian
Okay.
shakes his head as a no, as Gregor just bounces across just the backside of the Sturge, causing its entire body to shock and die. And you whiff Sebastian by mere centimeters. You did it, you're a hero.
I got you, buddy.
Is that the first time your mace has hit all campaigns?
You know what? Yeah, I was just gonna say
I
that's
think
like
so.
the best hit that I've had with this thing.
Alright.
I've had a hit, but not like that good.
Hey,
I'm gonna
you're
lay on
doing
hands
just
to go
fine,
back to
buddy.
full
Don't
health.
worry about it. You're doing just fine.
Alright.
Alright, so now that you've gotten into this area, you can do a little bit of snooping and poking around this space. And you can clearly tell from everywhere you're looking that you've got a couple of options to go for.
Hmm.
Down south, there is a collapsed area with a couple of doors on either side. Nothing is obvious about this space, it just seems to be one of the older areas of the cave itself. To the north, you can see an old rotting door. The marble that is inlaid with wood is just barely holding together at this point, but still seems pretty sturdy and closed. Also, to the north, you can see a couple of hallways that seem to be more utility hallways than ones made for fancy movement. And to the right, there's a very ragged, very time-damaged pathway that's more cave wall than actual walls. However, you can see a faint green glowing in the distance on the cave to the right. Which direction would you like to go?
I think we should maybe come down to these two doors first, just to make sure there's nothing too crazy.
Yeah, it's like the seems like the closest thing.
That, and who knows if there's something in there and we just walk past them and then they decide to come out and, surround us.
Yeah.
That might not be a good position to be put in.
I mean, I concur with Soren.
So
I don't know.
We gotta head towards the banging, wherever that is.
wasn't that coming off like from this pathway? Or don't we know for
couldn't
sure?
really tell, right? Yeah.
Sorry, say that again?
Like we can't really tell which way the clanging or banging, right?
It seems to echo all around you, but now that you're out of that smaller section that you were in earlier, the crashing noise is much more obvious. You can practically feel a wave of water come from the right-hand cavern.
Interesting.
Yeah, I still think we should start here in these
Yeah,
doors.
clear it out. Yeah. Just in
I
case.
agree.
Hallway was the green glow coming from?
If you see my yellow ping, this right
Okay.
raggedy one,
Alright. For sure. I mean,
So-
yeah, I think we should just, kill everything down here, but, my money for the magical forge is where that green glow's coming from.
I mean, I agree, but I don't want us to get sandwiched.
Yeah, I don't want to
Got to
be
cover our
roasted.
rears.
Okay.
I
sounds
mean,
good.
Alright.
it might not take very long to check those two doors.
Yeah.
Like it's not like we're
I
moving like
agree.
molasses.
Yeah. I'll go down and look at the one on the left.
All right.
Okay.
As you crack open the door, the room is still filled with darkness just like the rest of this place, but with either the light or the dark vision you have, you can clearly see that it's an old storage area of some kind. A number of dead bones scatter this area. It seems that this was once used as a makeshift armory, however the weapons have deteriorated and rods away to nothing, for the most part. The only thing in this room of note is a single golden key sitting in the center of the room.
I'm gonna go grab the key then.
I mean, I know goblins, and we're not that smart, but we don't just leave keys laying around. I would, be careful picking that thing up.
Hmm.
Got a point.
Can I do like a perception to see if there's anything around it?
Sure. Yeah. By the way, to our guest this session, you don't have to do the classic rolls. You can roll any type of check that you want, and I'll make it relevant to the scenario. Even if someone were to cast Arcana on a lock, trust me, I could find a way to make that relevant.
Okay.
Alright.
Ooh. This room has the stench of death and time and decay to it. That's for sure. The key, on the other hand, seems weirdly immune to it all.
What did you find down there?
There's a key! Nothing really else. It's just kind
Oh.
of sitting there.
Oh, okay, I'll take a look. See if,
Let me, let me try to grab this one. Is that all right?
Go for it.
Sure.
Do it.
Okay. I will tiptoe into the room. If someone will be so kindly as to move me, I can't get it because iPad's so.
How's that?
You said the key was in the middle of the room.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Okay, so I do have danger sense. So if anything springs, I think I get advantage. Is that how that works? And I'm gonna pick up
You
the.
can't be surprised. I believe.
As long as I can see whatever is like being launched at me.
Gotcha.
So I am going to quickly, as I'm reaching down for the key. Oh golly. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick it up. See what happens.
Okay. Sure enough, as you do grab the key, the expected somewhat does happen, but not exactly as threatening as so. A series of old bones come together directly in front of you where the key once was, and a skeleton slowly clambers his way up to full standing height. And he stares at you, arms crossed. He then puts what used to be his hand and sort of makes a passing gesture.
A casting gesture?
Passing, like he's opening and closing his palm quickly.
Oh, passing.
Oh, like he wants you to
Give
Go?
him the key.
go. Oh,
Or he wants me to like move past him, or he's like reaching for the key like he wants it.
He
like
imagine someone beckoning to you, but with just their hand.
like move
Okay.
along, move along.
I'm gonna do like, does Droop have any sort of knowledge of these mines being from the area?
Working with these guys, you've been working with them for a while, and you've heard about the mines, but they're a fairly new revelation, and you were recently dispatched to the Red Brand group. So all you really know about is that there's a lot of weird magic and undead shit going on here.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, no, you. Oh, I meant to do persuasion, and like wave at him to come this way.
Foul undead.
He continues to make the same motion where he's beckoning towards you to come towards him, and as he does,
Hey guys, some weird shit's happening in here.
two more skeletons stand up and don't move. None of them are beckoning to you except the first one.
Got undead in here. I could. Let's see. How does my thing work? Okay, yeah, within 30 feet. All right.
So is everyone else standing outside of the room right now?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw the key to whoever's in the doorway.
I'll try to catch it.
Do you want me to roll for that or anything, or?
No, I mean, it's a short toss. If you can't make that
Yeah.
short toss, then you shouldn't be adventuring. Unfortunately, that's not what the skeleton wanted at all.
Oh.
And everyone has to roll initiative now. No one's surprised because no one's surprised.
We saw that coming, didn't we?
Oof.
Oops. Man.
Goodbye, Sturge.
Shitty.
Huh.
Nice roll.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's a lot of undead.
Many skeletons.
Well, I didn't think it would be fair to make them attack as a team, did you?
Haha. Well, no, I was just remarking in
Oh.
general that there were 6 of them.
Oh,
I thought there were only 3 of them.
oh no, there are more.
Well, you thought wrong.
What's up, Dom?
Hey, I've fought 6 people who still have their flesh on their bones, so I'm not that scared.
No thanks. Thanks for offer though. The rice was really fucked up. Yeah, no, like unedible. But hey, you know, everyone knows it. You tell the papers. You let them know Mom fucked up the rice. Dad did? Well, actually, that makes more sense if anything. He messed up salmon in a foil one time. Like fish in foil, you know, with all the veggies. I know, right? How do you fuck that up? It's just. He set the oven to 250 instead of 350 degrees. I know, right? Enjoy your bike ride. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use the tape after this to work out. It's too damn dark. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
No worries.
Alright. I wish I could play Spooky Scary Skeletons for everyone, but I guess I'll just have to play it for myself.
Spooky skeletons.
There we go, just loop that. Sure, I won't go crazy. Meanwhile, Droop, you did something they were not happy about, so it is go time. Skelly number 1 is going to take his chance at you. Ugh. And it's just pathetic. His bones are so rigid and weak, he can put no force behind that initial strike, and you take no damage. Sebastian, you're up.
Oh, me?
You got this, boss.
Stroll in here like, oh, hey, bitch, and just smack him. Or not. Well, actually, what is REC?
Higher than that, sadly.
Oh, damn it. Zombies are the ones with the low one.
Yep.
Yeah, I will sort of
Oh,
step around Droop
actually-
and get in the middle.
Actually, I don't mean this to be like, here you go, but I just want to point out the fact that because you had sex last night, you get inspiration as per the joke of this server.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah, I'll do that. Fuck
Forgot
it.
about that shit. Oh man.
Does that shit stack? Because I could probably have like a shit ton of initiative or inspiration.
Yeah, like inspiration banks from the spank bank.
Well,
Yeah, it is a literal spank bang.
to be clear, the reason I'm okay with that being a thing is because when we did do that scenario, it stayed very PC. If it had gotten creepy, I would be punishing people for that shit.
We get disadvantage.
Yes. But because everyone was chill about it, everyone got their own chance, we were all good. So, that's a
16.
hit. Holy shit, that's your damage or hit? Oh no, 16 is just an attack roll.
So
sorry.
6 damage is pretty pedestrian.
Even still, a solid chunk to the skeleton knocks out its entire rib cage. However, the spine stays intact. It stays standing. Not angry, obviously, just dead. Not dead, but undead. You know what I mean.
Redead.
He's re-dead, and he's also reloaded as it's his turn. And oh my god, what is with these guys? Not so much cutting through your armor, but bashing into it so hard with the blade that you can feel a chip or two on your rib cage. The skeleton tries to return the favor and deals 4 piercing damage to you.
It's Lucian.
Sebastian.
Oh, sorry. That's my other character. Whoops.
I was like, who?
4 piercing.
4, yes. Meanwhile, Drew.
Why did Drew roll a death save? Did you just accidentally press that?
Oh yeah, I must have. Sorry.
Drew,
Okay,
you're dead.
thank God.
Yeah,
I
scared
thought I
us.
missed something. I was like, what happened?
I became one of the
by the way-
skeletons.
Yeah, oh
I'm
shit.
not. I'll stay there. I'll stay there.
There's the skeleton marker for you. Speaking of skeletons, the one in the corner decides to try and take a cut because he's going to do much better than his friend. However, he is also very weak in the limbs and is unable to cut into your skin, but he does run his blade across you, but you take no damage. Droop, it is now your turn to get revenge.
Okie dokie. And are they all sort of brandishing the same types of weapons? Are they all?
They're all holding scimitars except for the farthest one from you, which has a bow out. Well,
Was that the one that was like waving at me?
no, the one who's waving at you pulled out a sword after you refused to give him the key.
Okay. And I'm sort of in the middle of them. Okay. Is one of the scimitar skeletons standing in front of the bow guy?
Yes.
Okay. Then rage lasts for an hour, right?
If you keep
It
attacking
lasts
being
until you
attacked.
don't get hit. Yeah.
I see. Then yeah, I'm just gonna run up to the skeleton standing in front of the bow skeleton and slash at him with my scimitar.
In a much wider space, your blade is more likely to hit. Let's see that roll. By the way, I use that terminology not because it literally affects your roll, but figuratively in the story. That's a hit, so roll damage.
It's 10. You hit the scimitar in the chat.
Oh wait.
Yeah. I'll turn off your
Oof.
rage, buddy. Are you raging? Do you want to rage?
No, I am not raging.
Okay. Let me turn that off
How
for
many
you.
do you get,
Oh, so
by
if
the
it-
way?
Isn't it once a day
No,
for rage? No.
I think for level 3, you get it twice, I want to say.
it has to be.
I think so.
You have 3 of them, it says, in your character sheet.
Oh shoot.
Wait, so is the roll on the right the damage or no? Like how it says 25 and 10?
No.
That's rolling with advantage. I can turn your sheet
Oh,
as
I
well.
see. I see. Okay.
Yeah, no, you have 3 rages, so... And feel free to use it still. I would consider this not, like, you having like
Oh,
a
yeah.
chess piece.
Oh god, what just happened to my character sheet? Oh.
I'm changing it.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Alright, so now when you actually click your attack, it will ask you if you want to do normal roll or advantage.
Okay, cool. So should I re-roll the hit? Did my first hit go through?
25 definitely hit.
You definitely hit, yeah. No. I would
Okay,
give
for
it
And
to
if you wanted to rage, you would add 2 damage to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel
No,
free
I'm gonna say I'm gonna hold on to my rage right now.
Okay. You're staying calm. I like it. Cool, collected head.
Normal roll. Wait. So I'm hitting damage and it's just doing the normal roll. What am I
You'd
doing
have
wrong
to
here?
do that in the chat. I rolled it for you. I rolled
Oh,
10,
for
which is
sure.
pretty good.
Okay, I see.
But you hit the scimitar below the 25, it will roll the damage.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, in the chat log itself.
So are we just using that 10 for the damage, or do you want me to roll?
Well, we can go with the 10.
Okay.
Max damage.
I feel like
We need to
people-
get you like a bigger fucking weapon or something. A fucking barbarian with a damn scimitar. Disgraceful.
At least he still doesn't have a short sword.
True.
A slight upgrade.
You raise the heavy
But we didn't
weapon,
have bludgeoning damage.
in such a tight space, you're gonna have to raise your weapon up above you and slash down into these fools so that you don't bump into them with a single arm movement. Sure enough, though, the cut rings true, and you've sliced its entire skull in half and most of its chest plate. However, its spine and arms stay intact, and it's just barely holding on. So you almost killed it. Almost.
Cool.
Alright. You hit him, he hits you. It's that skeleton's turn. And, oh yes, the feature to this server you don't know, but are about to learn, is that the skeleton furious at you for not giving him the key like he asked because you were being such a dick, you stupid goblin. Tries to shout racist and homophobic and xenophobic slurs at you as it raises its blade and tries to stab at you, only for the blade to fall off its own hand and pierce all the way from the top to the bottom of its spine, killing the skeleton.
Oh, okay.
It just
It's a talking skeleton that killed itself.
Well,
Oh.
in its mind,
Oh, okay.
that's what it was doing.
Oh, okay, okay.
It was an evil, terrible skeleton, and now it's
Oh yeah, definitely.
and the bowman is very much exposed now. Soren, you are now up.
I'm gonna move in and peek in and blast this zombie in the bottom.
Alright. You pop your arm around the corner of the door, and you take a shot. And you hit. A true hit indeed. Having been weakened by your buddy Sebastian, the blast knocks the rest of the skeleton off its legs and onto the ground. It scatters to pieces, slamming against the wall and floor. That skeleton's dead.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm gonna... Yeah, I'll just stay right there, I think.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, we've got 2 active skeletons still with a turn. Both of them are going to try and move at once to do as much damage to Droop as possible, and sadly, their tag team works. While Droop is trying to block a bow and a blade, both of them are able to cut into him just enough to deal 11 piercing damage. I can manage your health in this game, if you'd like.
Okay.
Also, keep in mind, rage reduces bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage by half.
Yeah, but he's not raging right now.
Well, I know. I'm just
But yes.
so he knows in the future.
Yeah, Mavith's a barbarian. Trust me, I know about his resistances.
Like his resistance to like listening and
Common sense.
acting like a normal person.
Yes. Alright, by the way, Droop, as you killed that skeleton, the key that you had thrown to someone in the crew disappears. Like, turns to ash as soon as that skeleton died.
Huh.
Gregor, you're now up.
Okay. I think these skeletons aren't worth my divine, what you call it, so... shoot. Alright, I'm gonna rush into the middle of everybody and try to mace him. The one right above me. Okay. I'm just gonna miss.
Oh, no.
Ugh.
You know what's hilarious is like I bet he'd be hitting so hard with like guiding bolts and like spiritual weapon and like all these other really amazing spells. But he's just handicapping himself.
Which,
Yeah.
which is
I'm
fine.
like, these are
Poor
weak ass
Gregor.
skeletons.
Which is fine. I mean, he's playing a character. This isn't the most dangerous fight we've ever been in.
True.
But yeah, no, Gregor, you come in very valiantly to take a strike, but with all the scattered bones on the ground, it's hard to get a good footing, and your strike is too weak to break the skeleton. Meanwhile, that skeleton, taking that hit, looks up at you and just thinks to himself, hey, what a dick. He's gonna try and cut you. And the skeleton, almost able to pierce through your cloak, you just barely back out of the way to take the last bit of his force out of his blade. You take no damage from him. Sebastian, you're now up.
That's the one I hit previously, right?
No, that one's dead. It's to your south.
It was this other one.
Yeah.
Okay. La. I'll hit the one to my 11 o'clock. Pow!
Pow!
Oh, right in the kisser.
Yeah, there we go.
What up?
Sure enough, you do power ram the kisser. An upward slash is supposed to cut his entire skull off, but instead it cuts off his lower jaw and his nose and eye holes. All that remains is the back plate and the spine itself, but the skeleton is still up.
I thought that was a
Oh, well.
clean-cut case.
Google how to ban people. No, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, one more Skelly up against Droop, and he's worthless. A wide slash way above his head. Droop being small is to his advantage in this fight. And he's now up.
He being Droop.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna say, "Hey, quit being such a boner!" And I run up and slash the guy with the bow and arrow.
Yes.
Yes. There is an opportunity attack against you if you want to move forward, unless you have reach with that weapon.
Not with the scimitar, 'cause he's 10 feet away from me, right?
Yeah. So the one with 2 health would get. I mean, the weaker one would get an attack of opportunity on you. You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm gonna rage for this attack.
Barbaric.
Barbaric. Barbaric.
Okay.
Do I need to click rage to activate it? How does?
It's
do I
bonus
just-
action to rage.
There we go. Yeah. So I just hit the
You
check
don't,
mark
you
next
don't
to
really
it.
need to click anything, just declare it.
Okay.
And then you would do your attack.
Ka-chow. Oh, declare and then roll with advantage.
Well, so rage doesn't give advantage.
it
I
doesn't.
think they get reckless attack, right, DM?
Yeah, reckless attack.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
but if you do that, anything that attacks you would have advantage against you.
Correct. Okay. Yeah, I was mixing the two up. Okay. Rolling. Hit. I'm gonna guess at 24.
Hey.
And then click
Yeah.
the
The scimitar,
scimitar
there we go.
underneath that. Perfect.
Perfect. Okay. Finally, now that you're raging, you get a solid cut across the skeleton's entire body. You almost cut the entire thing in half, but at the last moment, it brings its arm down and grabs the bottom and top half of its spine, holding itself together. It's still barely alive, but it's also kind of holding itself together, so it's not great.
And then did you roll for the other one's attack of opportunity?
I did, and they missed as you stepped away, so no worries. Soren, you're up now.
I'm gonna enter the room here. And I'm gonna launch a blast of this lower zombie straight in front of me. Zombie. Skeleton.
Skelly zombie. Skelly B. Boom. Hit. Damage. Damn!
Nice.
Jesus.
Yeah, you're getting these damage rolls.
In a turn of near kills, Soren is the first one to finally cross the threshold as the blast moves through their arms and out their palms, slaying the skeleton with a flash of light and energy. All that's left is a bit of dust
What?
and the tattered remains of his weapons.
Bam!
Mr. Bo Skelly over here.
Way to force the issue.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to click that twice.
Yeah, fuck you, Drew.
Or
What are
at
you doing
all.
over there, buddy? God
Hammer.
damn it.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
I'm flooding the chat. I'm trolling you guys. You thought I was a goblin? I'm a motherfucking troll.
He's adapting.
Mad, bro.
He's adapting. We should have brought him underground. He's changing.
He's learning.
Oh my god. Speaking of learning, this skeleton is going to try to learn how to shoot a short bow at melee range, which is to say at disadvantage. But, wow, against all odds, still hits Droop. 3 piercing damage is not much, and if you're raging, which you are raging, it's really only 1 damage, I believe, so not
Yep.
bad.
It's
Alright, it's Gregor's turn now.
Okay. Fuck.
Gregoire. Regular.
Yeah, it's not. These guys aren't worth a spell
Roads.
slot, honestly. So I'm just gonna freaking. No, I'm just gonna still try to swing and a hit. Hopefully, I can find it. There it is.
I'm gonna need some more confidence from you, cause you deserve it, buddy. Cause that's a hit.
Yeah. All right. At this one again.
There you go.
Get up, right above
See,
me.
that first time you were just warming up. It's not a big deal at all. Because the second time, that smash, crash. His entire skeletal form seems to crack all at once as it falls to pieces. Not as dust, but as small fragments. Skeleton is quite dead.
Whence you came?
Sebastian is now up.
This is me. I will run up and do the old diddly dang, diddly do to this skeleton.
Okay. That's a good slash you got there. Okay, so now I'm listening to Sonic Adventure 2 music for some reason.
We're listening to like epic battle music. I kind of want to do like fun, edgy hip hop, you know, like Give Me the Loot or something. But
Oh,
I
sorry.
don't want to ruin the immersion.
Remember, I'm not listening to the bot. I can't, otherwise it'll be recorded the entire time.
What do you guys think? What do you want?
It's good to me.
All right, guys, keep going. I'm gonna do some stuff.
Okay, sounds good. That's why I'm... Oh, wrong chat room to put that in. Anyways, yeah, no. Sebastian made a good slash at the skeleton right in front of him. Cut off a couple of his arm bits, but he still got pointy ends where they used to be. So he's still dangerous, but he's not looking super nice. It's going to be... oh, the skeleton who just got off Sebastian's hands. Let's see what he can do. Hey, Bender. Bender! Oh, or leave. Just leave me. I'm not surprised. Of course he's on the couch. He's a baby. Sebastian, you are going to take 4 points of damage, my friend. I'm sorry. The skeleton, with no arms or weapons truly, just sort of leans forwards and stabs the pokey ends into you. Doing just 4 piercing damage. Droop, you're now up.
Okie dokie. I'm going to try to seal the deal on Mr. Bowman. Is Scimitar a strength weapon or a dex weapon?
I think it's finesse. I think it's finesse. Like you can use either
okay.
or.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because then that way, when raging, I do get advantage with strength-based melee weapons.
Yeah, so then roll again. A much better roll. Hit that damage button.
Sure, boy.
There we go. The skeleton, realizing its imminent doom, raises its bow to try and stab at you with the pointy end, but there is no pointy end. Instead, it walks right into your scimitar, cutting off his legs, and then cutting him in half, and then cutting his head off. That skeleton falls to pieces, quite dead. Soren, you're up.
Just move up here and get a nice clean shot and blast away.
That's a hit.
Come on. God damn it, Discord.
Do it, roll 20. I know, right? He's in the way.
Kamehameha.
I kept, like, trying to click it and fucking Discord kept popping up in the way.
Yeah, it keeps doing that to me too.
Same.
That's alright.
Your hands already warm with the heat of your final strike only takes a small amount of energy to burst forth a last flash of damage, which knocks the skeleton over, its bones crumbling to the ground, falling to pieces, dying. The room becomes eerily silent all around you.
No sign of that former key. I take it.
Sadly, no. It seems once you killed the skeleton, whatever was keeping the key here made it disappear.
Oh crap.
If you do inspect them a little bit closer and go through a few of the last remaining bits in this room, you find about 4 pieces of gold for each of you, but that's about it.
Alright. Oh, look, the skeleton was carrying cash.
Oh, how odd. Well, that was a little sidetrack. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I mean, better to be safe, I suppose.
Should we
So
take a
what
look
do
at
we-
that other room, or should we continue on our...
Let's look at the other room. Why not?
Yeah. And maybe use our pickaxes to dig out this rubble. No, just kidding.
A few swings with the pickaxe show you that you're not digging into a bit of rubble, you're digging into the side of a mountain, my friend.
Ah. Oh, this side's clear.
Alright, if you want to check out the other room over here, let me just show it to you. Okay. At first seeming to appear quite normal for the most part, the first person to walk in notices that a skeleton stands up behind what appears to be an old marble desk with some sort of dark finish to the top of it that's quite beautiful. The thing is extremely solid, and behind it sits a friendly looking skeleton with their hand out.
What do you...
Suppose you want... I should have tried like a speak with dead.
Is he doing like any kind of gesture, or just like hand out, like palm up?
Hand out, palm up.
Is there anything of note on like the desk or nearby that you might want?
No, the whole entire room is extremely dirty for the most part. There's a couple of layers of dust sitting in this room, except for the bones, which seem to have been moving recently every once in a while. If you do inspect the desk itself, you can and start to walk around to the side of it. You see that there are a number of drawers with keyholes on them.
Oh, I suppose the key. We don't have that key anymore.
Damn it.
Am I wrong to not trust skeletons? I'm feeling like a real dickhole now.
Yeah,
I don't think it'd be out of character to like decapitate this bitch or something on site. Just
While he's just kind of standing there with his palm open, I'm just gonna blast him.
Oh my.
Alright, this skeleton puts
Ooh,
up
you
absolutely
skeleton.
no fight as you take a shot directly at point blank range into their face. This would count as an critical hit of any nature. The skeleton immediately disintegrates, and as they do, the desk in front of them, a couple of runes immediately appear on the face of the desk, and it explodes. Do an acrobatics check to see how much damage you avoid.
I thought you were gonna say that the desk turns to ash.
Sadly, no. You fly yourself outside of the door, but as you do so, a small piece of rubble explodes into your ankle. While you can still move it freely, you take 4 damage.
Gotta love those temporary hit points.
Oh, what the hell was that?
Bad move. Bad move.
Okay, should we ignore any doors from now on?
maybe. Well then, I had to step away for a little bit. What's in front of this fucking skeleton?
There was like a desk with the drawers were locked. They So I'm assuming that the key that disappeared the first time.
I mean, we can't try to open it without the key.
Anymore.
No, I blew the skeleton up, and then the desk blew up.
Oh. Alright, well, whatever. Yeah, let's keep on keeping on. I'm gonna heal back up to full again.
Just casually, no big deal.
Well, I have 20 for my lay on hands, and I've used 13 of it. So
Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm realizing that I don't even know what classes you guys are playing. Sebastian's a paladin.
yeah,
Weird guess.
And I know we have a warlock. And
Yep.
So Troy is the warlock.
Soren.
Yep.
Soren.
Yeah.
is the warlock. And Gregor.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was Gregor talking. I was like, how do you not know I'm a fucking paladin? That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm a paladin.
What is Gregor?
Cleric.
Oh, cleric.
Cleric,
Yeah, human
okay.
cleric.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. And Sebastian, are you a human as well, or are you an elf?
God, I don't know. Maybe. Well, Droop would know. I'm an Asmar.
Oh, okay.
Droop's
I'm an
in your
angel boy.
wings, remember?
Yeah.
What is my full name?
Droop E Tits.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
That's when you were
Oh.
like a bitch.
His
Droop,
middle
you- I
name
didn't
is
know you had a
like
last name.
Edward. Droop Edward Tits.
After this mission, Droop does have a character moment where he's allowed to change his name.
Okay.
We sit him down like, listen, man, we're going back to Neverwinter soon. We can't. Your name cannot be Droop Tits. You gotta pick a human name.
All right. So we have some options still. Which way would you guys like to go? Towards the glow, towards the door, or towards the dark hallways?
I'm letting
Let's
one
go
of you
glow.
guys pick.
Glow up from the flow up.
Yeah, can I like peek around the corner to see like into the glowy hallway room?
Absolutely.
All right,
Can
after
we do
you.
like a stealth check or anything?
I would also like to remind you, because of what's about to happen next, that I do not run Mines of Phandelver as it's written at this point because I'm bored of playing Lost Mines of Phandelver. So, this is a green glowing fungusy room. The natural spores.
Because he's a fun guy.
Ah,
That's why I said that. Yeah, the green glowing fungus gives off a eerie, otherworldly glow to it. The closer you get to it, the brighter it seems to become. As you stand in the hallway, you're nowhere near any of the spores that seem to float loosely throughout the air, but you can't breathe any of it in just yet.
There's not much room to move around down here, is there, guys? Anyway, I'll leave.
ah, nice one.
Can I do perception to like, or like, I guess nature to,
I was gonna say, yeah, do some other type of check, but totally, nature's good.
yeah, nature.
Check.
Ooh, I get -2 to that.
Oh.
Let's see. I'm not smart, so yeah, I'm just gonna go. Yeah. See what's what with these mushrooms.
I mean, you could do survival check.
That I could do. I'm gonna do that instead.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we're gonna give you this mulligan because you don't know your character.
Oh yeah, you know your survival.
Wow. Okay. As you approach the cavern, and the glowing spores seem to become brighter and brighter, your eyes get wide and you start to move slightly faster towards the orbs. Because you immediately recognize them for what they are. These are old storage cubes of some kind. Your dad used to tell you about it when you were a small child. He told you an old wives' tale of And by the way, I don't know if goblins are paternal like this at all, but here we go. Your father used to tell you an old wives' tale of these green glowing fungi that were a gateway from this realm to one of the gods. The story rings so true and so accurate to the way he would describe these things and how they grew and how the spores floated around. It's almost eerie. If you need further explanation, the story went on that consuming one of these objects would grant you the ability to speak to a god.
Oh.
God damn.
So I relay that information to my party members. How big are the mushrooms? Can I like put them? Can I like pluck them and put them in my sack at all? Or
They're about a quarter the size of a baseball.
okay.
Half the size of a baseball. Actually, half the size of a baseball.
Hey, Mr. Paladin, you want some of these?
Droop, calm down.
To make you talk to gods and shit, man. These are legit.
Let's put them in a bag and we'll trip later.
I'm interested in the scientific use of these spores.
Yeah, you want to trip with Sister Burrell later?
No, I'm not ruling it out.
Yeah.
She's into some mystic shit, that's for sure.
Yes, it's if this is true about the divine, this is very interesting to my field of work.
I don't know if I want to meet any gods. I don't know how kind they'd take to what I've done.
Perhaps, maybe they'll give you an out, you know?
Maybe. I'm still not too concerned, not too sure. We'll keep that in the back pocket.
Yeah, we'll worry about it later. Let's bag it up. Bag the
All
drugs.
right.
We'll sell them to clerics for lots of money.
Okay, as you reach down to pick up your first mushroom, as soon as you pluck it, a single word can be heard by everyone in that space. Hi!
What the fuck was that?
No response.
God, is that you?
I look
That
around,
was,
yeah.
that was a really squeaky fart from Droop.
You've heard my farts. They're not squeaky. They are very wet and splattery.
Oh god! Why do we
Nice.
keep you?
Have you seen my abs?
It keeps all the wild animals away at night.
And all the people. Okay. But yeah, no, you don't hear anything else.
Hello? Who said that?
Nope. Nothing.
We're probably just hearing things.
Maybe try to take a detailed look around me and see if anything sticks out.
You're not going to get much more than droopy in this space. I will say, the closer you get to the mushrooms, the more they do seem to glow, it seems. However, the one that Sebastian just picked is no longer glowing.
Huh.
Wait. I picked one, nobody else has picked one?
Not yet.
I just described picking one of them up, and because you talked about doing it first, you're the first one to pick one up, yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna pick one up.
I'm?
Ein. Is this gentleman? Oh. Oh. Okay.
Drew picks one up.
Everywhere.
I'll come grab one too.
Please?
I pick another one.
Alright, I'm just gonna assume you're gonna continue to pick these. I'm the spirit inside all these shrooms. I keep this place nice and glowy and the magic flowy. They're waiting.
Okay.
Drew gets down on his hands and knees and eats one off the floor.
Do you want to start picking some mushrooms, or do you want to just let him do that?
Yeah. I'm tempted to do it myself. All right.
Do it, pussy.
All right. Well, I don't get down, but I pick one up and I put it in my mouth.
Hey, we're gonna
No,
have
they're only good
these.
if they're still glowy. You gotta eat them while they're still glowy.
I was gonna say, Drew.
We have things to do.
I was gonna say though.
Maybe
really quick,
hold on. Maybe this is what is so like amazing. This is what's worth a lot of money.
Could be.
Droop just regained 2 points of health.
Hey, I feel pretty good.
And he ate it before picking it.
Eat it off the ground like an animal.
Oh god damn.
Directly
want
from the
to.
stem. And when he did so, a voice could be heard saying, "Not."
Oh man. It's not dignified to do this.
And then when Gregor picked up one, it said, "2."
Not to worry. Is that what it's trying to say?
Maybe. Okay, pick. Droop, eat another one.
I mean, you don't gotta tell me twice. They're pretty tasty. Droop eats another one.
Okay, Droop is going to eat another one of the mushrooms, and he is going to gain 4 HP and is inspired.
Oh wow. You have a glow about you almost.
And the last word that was spoken was many. The last few words that were spoken were not too many.
As in, like, we can't... Like, there's no such thing as eating too many.
That's one way of looking at it.
Okay, and nothing happened when I ate the already non-glowing one?
Okay, well,
It tasted kind of slimy,
To
but
be-
no, you're fine.
fair guys, I may have been wrong. I'm not seeing or talking to any gods right now, so these might not be the mushrooms I thought they were.
All right. Well, I'm getting bored. Let's move on.
Yeah. All right. We'll perhaps come back.
Well,
to
we
this
can come
room.
back.
Yes.
Alright. Walk away from the weird glowy thing. Fine. See if that hurts my feelings. As you leave, the glow starts to fade away. Droop feels perfectly fine, by the way. I'm not saying that to be ominous. It sounded ominous when I said it. Meanwhile, in the next room, again,
Meanwhile,
this space,
in Droop's bowels...
this space is different from the ones you've been at before. It doesn't seem like the walls have fallen apart due to erosion or just natural decay. They seem to have been crushed, slammed, broken into, burned, and all manner of damage from ages long ago and battles long lost or fought. While there are no skeletons remaining in this area, it just reeks of death. On the right-hand side, you can see what appears to be some sort of small shack. What might have been a cozy little space looks to have been burnt down to some very solid bones of the house itself, made out of almost complete and solid steel and marble.
You said it's just like the
Yes.
structure of a building? It's not like...
No, it's a fully imagine just like a burnt-up safe, basically.
Okay.
That's what it is.
I'm gonna move along with... I can't move my token right now.
Okay, I'll move it forward.
Someone wants to move me ahead. So the structure is up the stairs or to the right of us?
There is one to the right of you, and there's one up the stairs. The one up the
Okay.
stairs appears to be covered in old scratch marks and etchings, as well as battle scars. But it doesn't appear to be as solid as the room to the right of you.
Are the etchings... do they look like they're letters or like words of any kind? Or are they just like wear and tear scratch marks?
I would say that they are a combination of both.
Okay. Someone really just skipped tribe?
Is-
I don't know, it's still playing.
Hmm. What was your question?
I thought someone skipped the tribe song. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh no.
It just cut out for me for
Okay. All right, so you've got 2 rooms, or there are more passages out of the area if you look ahead. One of them leads to a well-defined space that leads off to a dark ravine of some kind, and the other is a naturally occurring dip in the mine with a staircase built into it. And the crashing noise is practically physical at this point. It's so loud.
Getting close, boys.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, yeah. Let's press
Go
our
ahead. Yeah.
press our luck.
Guess there's nothing in those rooms to look into. Whatever.
Last time I opened, checked the rooms.
Right.
Not a good plan. Did
I
not
know,
work out
these-
for me.
He's. I want the. Well, I wonder about the knowledge that could be in these rooms, though.
No. Don't feel like you have to meditate. It's fine. If you want to keep going, keep going.
So, does Droop recognize these things, having been in many different caves and caverns and stuff as a goblin?
No. This is
These
like
aren't.
this is a combination of dwarven and elven engineering essentially, and it's thousands of years old, like the lost age of science essentially. So
Okay.
Well, actually, this would interest me.
What do you think,
anyone-
Rhaegar?
Okay, yeah, I'll take a closer look at the. Is there looking engravings or just like you said, just scratches on it?
there are magical runes that are etched into it, as well as battle scars across its face, now that you have a close-up look to it. The door,
Okay.
while closed, has a number of holes in it from old X marks.
Oh,
Like holes that you can look through into the inside of the structure.
Yes?
yeah, I'll try to, I guess,
Do a
peek
perception check through those cracks.
Okay, let's see. Hey.
Look at that. You have quite the
Not
eye.
bad.
And this space reveals to you to be a magical weapon smorgasbord. At least at first it seems that way. To a layman, it would seem like all the metal objects, glowing orbs, and everything in this space is just brimming with magical power. But in truth, most of this stuff are just essentially agents to build a magical item of some kind. Sure, there are a few trinkets here and there, but there's nothing too special, except for, of course, the enormous green glowing specter with the one huge eye and the 4 tentacles with eyeballs on them, just kind of floating around, occasionally picking up an item, smashing it against the table, and then moving to a different item, talking to himself in multiple languages, but mostly just yelling at the phrase, "Ah, Eureka! I knew I was a genius!"
Oh, there's a green Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in there.
Should we knock?
Yeah, okay. Clock, 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 knock.
Wait, can anyone read the runes that are written?
Oh, yeah.
Are they like Elvish or Dwarvish or something?
They are, for the most part, ancient Elvish writings along the wall. There is some Dwarven mixed in there, as if someone was doing some experimentation, but it's a combination of the two. So this clearly has something to do with the old pact that they had a millennium ago.
Do any of us speak other of those 2 languages?
I don't think
I sure as heck don't.
What languages were they?
Elvish and Dwarven.
Nope.
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 So, knock, move on. What's your plan, folks?
Yeah, okay. Knock, knock, knock.
Knock, knock, knock.
Ah, visitors to my laboratory. Please come in, gentlemen.
Okay, I open the door.
Yeah,
And-
initially when you push against the door, it seems like a force is pushing you away,
Oh.
but after a moment it disappears and you walk cleanly through the doorway.
Oh, okay. What are you doing in here?
What am I doing here? I am the magical craftsman, of course. The mage of all knowledge and things needed to be made for magical beings. Do you see my scepter of magic in front of me? With these minerals, I will create the most powerful of all magical spells and items. What can I do for
You-
you?
You are the mage?
I am one of many in this place.
And what is this place?
Ha! You fool! Are you new to this land, or do you have a head wound? This is the famous Wave Echo Cave, one of the most prominent places for magical item creation in all of this land.
And you said like on these tables it's just trinkets and nothing, or it's like
Now that you've actually made your way into the room, you can see that, sure enough, there's a couple of things that are actually kind of worth something in here. A couple of pieces and minerals and shit you could sell, yeah. And there's also a shit. I was about to say an ankle bracelet of water walking, but I was just like, huh, is that too California? Let me think. I'll think of something, but you did find a magical item in this room that's valuable. I'll figure something out.
okay. All right, yeah, we can stick a pin in that.
It's just I've already given you a lot of magical items, and I need to be careful what I give you.
Droop.
Give me a
makes,
cool fucking sword.
Droop makes this face as he walks into the room. Can I have like a big hammer that when I hit people, it like magically shrinks them down to my size?
Ooh.
Small creature, you are not all that small. You are just as small as I was when I was a small dwarf.
Wow, you were a dwarf? Can I get to be your size someday?
Where, my good sir, I am a dwarf indeed today. I am a dwarf at birth and a dwarf to the day I die.
I'd like to gain some insight to what he's saying if I could. Probably. Well, if I think he's like just insane, crazy, or if
He doesn't
he's
feel like
like
he's
lying.
He doesn't seem like
Alright.
he's lying, but you can't tell anything beyond that. But it doesn't seem like he's lying.
You were. How did you become from a dwarf to this? What your form that you are now?
Ha! What form could that be that you speak of? I am nothing but a humble dwarf, making my magical creatures and items and becoming rich as thieves.
That sentence didn't make a lot of sense.
No, it didn't. It's not supposed to. He's very confused.
Yeah, I said that in character. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions for the dwarf?
This one here did. This one right here. You, sir, you said you wanted a magical sword, did you not?
Yes, I'd love. Well, no, never mind. we are kind of in a rush, I suppose.
I would like a nice sword, yes. But I do want to impress upon you something. There are some bad people currently in the mine, and they are aiming, I'm assuming, to find you and take down your wonderful area here. And any sword that you give me would be used to protect you.
Ha! Silly creature, the orcs have been dealt with for many a days now. We've been able to hold them back for so long, I cannot imagine that we're in any real danger.
Who's we?
Who's we?
We? Well, the dwarves and the elves that work down here, of course, mining down deeper to find more magical goods. Sure, we've had to defend ourselves against a few raids, but we can hold out for years.
Like, can I, like, while he's talking to Sebastian, I'm gonna, like, hold up one of those little mushrooms that I picked and, like, I don't know, just kind of, like, move it towards him.
Um,
I'm just-
Yes, you can. As you do so, you pass it along the top of the green orb in the center of the room, and the mushroom immediately begins to ignite, and the specter stares at you with all of its eyes. What are you doing?
I was testing your reflexes.
Oh my god, dude. Roll a deception check.
Oh god, it was -1.
Yeah, I don't think so. Sorry about this, but everyone roll initiative.
Oh no.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Gregor, what the fuck, man?
I seek knowledge in all things.
Oh,
I
God.
want to.
All right. Well, at least
Troop
the
is
bad guy won't play.
lollygagging. Compared to the rest of us, he really didn't.
Huh.
Man, any encounter we have with a potential important NPC, Gregor, I'm telling you to just wait outside.
Oh no! Come on, you can't blame Gregor for that.
Yeah, I think this thing. Well,
It's,
thing
if
seems unstable.
you, do you want me to pull back the curtain a little bit to explain what just happened?
Sure.
Essentially, this mountain has had untapped magic growing in it for like thousands of years, and you just walked in upon where it's been stockpiling and pocketed some of it. As soon as you put it near the orb that channels that energy to create magical items, you essentially just overloaded it and freaked out the specter and sort of made it click into a violent rage. If you had talked with the glowing thing, you might have known, but instead,
Oh.
dominoes.
The not too many. Okay.
So when you say specter, is he actually like a ghostly apparition?
No, he's a floating green creature. He's sort of like a beholder, but
So
less so.
okay, so he is corporeal.
He is corporeal.
Like we don't. Okay.
You can still hit him with a mace.
Okay.
I think, yeah. Out of character. If I can talk. Out of character, I think they're actually called spectators. 'Cause they had one of those in Out of the Abyss, which
I totally agree with you, and I'm so not sure why this was built into the game itself. It's even called a spectator.
Oh.
So, I agree with you, but the game even told me, like, hey, don't think too much.
Okay. No worries. Good.
Alright, so... Oh, jeez, really, guys? Sorry, I just noticed the initiatives. Soren, let's see if we can finish this real quick, huh?
Yeah. I think as a bonus action, I'm gonna hex them.
Okay, I'll put a little mark on him.
And then I'll launch a blast.
There you go.
Shit. Nat 20.
Damn! Roll
Wait.
damage.
Are we sure we can't just talk this down? That's fine, whatever at this point.
Well,
Good
he would have
crap.
gone first, but... Instead, I'm doing initiative rolls.
Damn. Too bad I didn't prepare, like, calm emotions or something.
Alright, Soren. With all the magical energy in the room, you're easily able to harness it for yourself and make an extra powerful blast, especially with your hex power on top of him, dealing 16 damage. That really hurt this son of a bitch. I mean, not killed, not near death, but that really hurt him. You can see a couple of scorch marks where 2 of his eye holes meet his body, and a couple of green gooey bits falling out of him. Meanwhile, he finally gets to take his turn. As he can read everyone's mind in the room, he's going to go after people that he thinks he can take down easier. Drew, roll a wisdom saving throw. Soren, roll a constitution saving throw. Shit. Sebastian, make a wisdom saving throw. and Gregor, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
No, it won't. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, jeez. All right. So, Droop, you are confused. You can't. On your turn, you can't move. You can't use your action, or you can't make a melee or ranged attack against. Oh. Oh, you can't move, but on your turn, you attack something at random that's within range.
Lovely.
If you can't hit anyone, you don't attack anyone. Soren, you are paralyzed. You can try to repeat the saving throw at the end of each turn, but until then you can't do anything.
I gotta switch to my phone. This is cutting out something fierce.
Oh, sorry.
Not your fault.
Sebastian, you are frightened. Unless you have a resistance to that. And you must now run away from the target until you can beat the saving throw with disadvantage if you can still see the specter at the end of your turn.
Like, there goes our fucking magical items, guys. For fuck's
Alright, I
sake.
think I can salvage this, maybe.
Oh god, can't wait to see that.
Okay, so now it's Gregor's turn. So Gregor, you're the only one who wasn't affected by the rays. Let's see what you can do, buddy.
Alright. I'm gonna... Alright. I wave hand. Calm! Calm the day. Or if that's not a valid command, I would just say stop. But yeah.
How about you just fucking talk to him instead of using magic? For Christ's sake!
Oh, getting him to stop fighting.
All right.
I know,
'Cause
through
otherwise he probably-
forceful means.
He's probably too hurt and panicked to
How do
listen
you know that?
Because he took a lot of damage from Soren.
Oh my god.
So are you still gonna try and tell it to stop fighting, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a...
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
And they fail it, so the specter stops fighting, but you can see a panicked and fearful look in its eye.
Okay, I guess as a... free action. Okay. Alright, let's calm down. We weren't trying to start a fight. You're clearly panicked, but you have nothing to worry about now.
God damn.
Yeah,
Not in
he's
terms
gonna
of what
buy
you
that
guys
one.
pulled off, but in terms of that music choice. I thought you were going to destroy the forge. I couldn't let you do it. You came in here with so much pure energy. I thought you were going to blow us all to kingdom come.
Yeah, that was these mushrooms that we found in right outside of here, and I was
He's a
trying to just
goddamn
figure all this
idiot is what
stuff
he is.
out.
Magical.
He sees a hole, he
I'm a-
thinks he has to put his dick in it.
I'm a researcher. Thank you very much.
Whatever you want to call it.
He's an experimenter is what he is, damn it.
Again, I apologize for my companions. We did not mean to violate your space.
The spectator really starts to calm down when he realizes what happens and starts to look amazed. Where did you get that mushroom? I must have more.
Yeah,
It's
they're
just down the hall.
not even probably not even 100 feet from here.
He is going to sprint away. As he leaves the doorway, an object seems to press against the door and fall down as if through
His
his
heart on?
body without doing any actual damage. No, not that. Damn it.
ERP.
However, what does seem to slip out of his body is a bag of holding, which I think is a fun item,
Ooh.
nice item to give people, right?
Ooh. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's a very good item to give to people.
level appropriate and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all that.
Too bad we didn't have anything to actually put in there, but
Well, that's actually the thing. Now that he's not here, you're able to look around the shop a little bit more, including a back door.
I would much rather have him here before we take anything.
I'll
Before I
go
start
through the
looting
back
from
door.
him.
And
My
Thing.
thoughts are, if
That's what.
we just sent him to like this massive power source that he's obsessed with, and
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure those mushrooms were saying don't take too many.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's
I
why
don't
we
know
even.
what's gonna happen. I think we should probably move on.
Yeah. Do you think? Well.
Do we see anything in there?
Shit. What should we do? Yeah. Okay.
in the back
Marty.
room, there's a single gold bar in the corner. That's probably about at least, I don't know, 60 gold pieces worth.
Gold.
Swipe it.
All right.
Cool.
I'll just go ahead and pick this up.
As you pick it up, it feels light as a feather until a small object falls off the top of it. It becomes extremely heavy all of a sudden.
What was the thing that fell off of it?
Huh. The ring itself seems to be a ring of light-footedness. With this ring on, you can jump up to 10 feet in the air with no issue.
Huh.
15 feet if you're sprinting speed.
Okay, I'll come out and say, okay, well, found these two things. And
Can I look at it?
the gold bar would be a good use for that bag, I suppose. All right, and I'll
Uh,
show it to Greg to smash in the ring.
huh. Can I look at the bag of holding?
Yeah.
Can I shake it? Does it seem like there's anything inside?
Sure enough, after giving the thing a shake for a few minutes, something does seem to fall out that was in there for quite a while. It is a tiny, hand-sized cauldron that weighs very little.
Hand size what?
Cauldron.
Cauldron.
Cauldron. Okay.
Thing's a cast iron black, but it does have hand woven rope all around it, so that you can easily carry it in one hand. There's clearly markings of magic all over this thing.
Oh. Huh. Maybe I have Arcana. That might give me some insight to some information on what these markings and oh shit.
Sure canna, or it can't in this case. This cauldron. Oh God, you read about it in your books years ago. Ooh,
Yes.
something about it. It has to do with potions. Something about potions. For sure about potions.
So we have all this. We'll also save that for later, I suppose. Do we want to get him as far away from that creature, or do we want to? I'm changing my voice all of a sudden. Do we want to continue, press on, or do we want to
I just
explore this
realized
room a
it's
little
10
bit?
o'clock.
Oh yeah, it is getting a little. I'm getting a little sleepy too.
Yeah, I say we take a break from here, guys.
All right.
Alrighty.
Okay.
All right. So to be continued.
Yeah. All right. So
TBC.
good job, guys. You almost successfully climbed down a rope. most of you. You destroyed a bunch of bugs with no issues. Skeleton asked you for a key, and you said no, and he said, "Well, take this knife instead." Uh, you got a table to explode. You talked to a glowing god for a little while and got some health from it. And then a spectator acted crazy and almost tried to kill you until you calmed it down. And now he's presumably messing around with mushrooms. Let's see what else we're going to find in this cave next week.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. Well,
Oh,
good
hey
game.
then.
Good game. I guess
Thanks
Yeah.
for
we'll...
having me, guys.
Oh yeah.
Nice meeting
Yeah.
all of
Yeah,
you.
man.
Fun playing with you.
Then we have you join in on the fun.
Yeah. Hope to see you again. I'm sure.
Yeah, do you guys typically play on Mondays?
Yes.
Yep. Mondays at 6 Central.
Okay, that should work for me. I'm getting a new work schedule, and so right now, at least for this week, I have to be at work by like 6:30, and so that means with my commute, I have to get up at like 4:30.
Oh.
So we'll see how Monday nights go for me.
Like what time? you try
This
to
is a
fall
late
asleep?
night for us. We know
Yeah.
we're really play this late, so
Mhm. Okay.
We got started like super late too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in touch with you guys for sure.
No, now that I think
Hey.
about it, we spent an hour and a half just kind of chilling.
Yeah.
yeah.
So.
All right. Well, yeah. Next week, Monday, perhaps we'll meet again.
Yeah, you're in the server now. I'll add you to the Monday crew just in case you do come back around. All right.
Sounds good.
Sweet.
All right. Well,
All right.
have a good night, guys.
Yeah. All right.
You too.
All right, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.